Made this video just to explain this level 1 kettlebell program. Now, I was thinking about how I could lay out this program so that we could lay out a developmental pathway for people to progress with their training. I think what I have done here is I have added all the key kettlebell lifts, the traditional kettlebell lifts, with the idea of setting the base for the next level up. Therefore, the main theme of this program is skills and capacities. So people are going to generally fall down on either one or two of those components. If someone has an issue, it's generally a skill issue or a capacity issue. They don't have the skill to perform the movement, or they don't have the capacity within a mobility capacity, maybe a strength capacity, an endurance capacity, a motor control capacity to perform the movement. So this program is designed to work around those two facets of skills and capacities. So in terms of the exercise selection is based around the movements that I see are fundamentally really important for us to focus on when we perform kettlebell training. The biggest drawback of kettlebell training is that it can be limited to sagittal plane movements and vertical pushing dominant movements, i.e. we get lots of swings, we get lots of squats, every movement is in the sagittal plane. Additionally, many movements are in this vertical pushing plane, like pushing and pulling plane, like clean and press, snatch, push press, jerk and so forth. And we get very little horizontal movements, pulling or pushing, and we actually get very little rotational frontal plane, transverse plane movements as well. So I have tried to address this when writing this program, and to do so I've added in dynamic core exercises like Turkish get-ups and windmills, hip dominant movements like kettlebell swings, deadlifts, knee dominant movements like lunging and squatting, vertical pull movements like our cleans, vertical pushes like our presses, horizontal pulls, renegade rows, horizontal pushes, floor presses, and loaded carries as well. So I think that we're ticking literally every box to keep the structural balance and to make sure that we're not building compensatory patterns. So moving into the program itself, the program is a 3-day split. So each session should take you in and around 60 minutes, and it's a 3-day split. The very start of the program is skill progression. Now, this part of the program is where I'm giving you the autonomy to pick your sets and pick your reps, but you don't work to fatigue. The whole goal here is that we build the mind-body connection with the movements that I've selected, because those movements are going to serve you within the session that's about to come. So, for example, there might be a bracing or a glute activation exercise that might be very specific to the kettlebell swing. So therefore, within that time, I want you to actually think about bracing, squeezing the abs and squeezing the glutes, and actually building the connection. So therefore, we're actually building that skill set for the actual session to come. From that, you move into specific skill. And the skill progression part is a 10-minute block, by the way. The specific skill is where I will have an exercise for you that will serve our next level of training. So it might be bottoms up work, it might be catch and release work, some form of juggling work, some form of transverse frontal plane work, but it will be an exercise that is more non-traditional, but it's going to serve our next level of training, which will be our future programs. Then we move into our strength block. We're working supersets, and we're working an accumulation type of a program where I want you to keep the weight at the same intensity, but I want you to increase volume over time. Through those supersets, I want you to stick to the prescribed sets and rest periods that I have outlined on the program. That we know that the kettlebells are not the best strength development tool. A barbell is a far better tool to develop maximal strength. However, the whole goal of developing the strength here is that we can develop better levels of strength endurance down the line. Then the last block within every session is what I have called GCC, which is grip, conditioning and core. And I've married these three together where we're using the likes of pyramids and density blocks to try to increase those capacities, so to speak. With the pyramids, I have used more of an intensification model. So if you have got up and down the pyramid, okay, without dropping the weight quite comfortably, you increase the weight, you don't increase the time, okay? And again, this is serving up for our next level of strength, okay? So the better we get at this stuff, the better we're going to get in terms of our conditioning and our grip work. So the stronger we get with kettlebells, so we can go heavier on snatches, heavier on clean and press, and so forth. Within our density blocks, I've put these density blocks in. Just simply think of a density block as you have a set period of time, you're trying to do more reps within that period of time, so therefore you're getting more training done. But the key is it's good reps only. I can't stress that enough. It's not about throwing the standards out the window. It's not about throwing our technique out the window. It's good reps only. So we've used the ladders and so forth to perform them. I've tried to keep this as interesting and as fun as possible, but remember, the goal is to be consistent. Hit all your 3 sessions throughout the full block, and it leads us in to our level 1 standard session. And our level 1 standard session is a unique session / test that I have put together to see if we can hit the level 1 standard. I feel that it is a complete session, and it's really going to test our skills and our capacities when it comes to our kettlebell training and our ability to actually be really skillful and strong with the kettlebell. So that is just a brief outline of how the program works and the rationale behind the program, okay? If you have any questions, feel free to hit me up and contact me, and do enjoy, and I hope you do enjoy, this level 1 kettlebell program.